Hello student, how are you? Hope you all are well. So in today's lecture we will talk here about the next topic of second chapter of electrostatics, which is electrostatic potential and capacitance. So here in this chapter we will talk about the next topic, which is the electrostatic potential at any point due to an electric dipole, and after that we will talk here about the important point, which is our electrostatic potential. So before understanding the electrostatic potential, we will try to drive the derivation of electrostatic potential at any point due to an electric dipole, and we will see here how we will obtain the special cases just similar to the electric field, in which we have calculated about the electrostatic field, which is called electric field also, due to an electric dipole in their axial state or in their equatorial state or equatorial position. Okay, so first I will write here about the first derivation in front of you, which is electrostatic potential. Electrostatic potential due to an electric dipole at any point. And about the electrostatic potential and many more other derivations we have discussed through our previous lecture and Google Meet. So here in this lecture we will talk only about the electrostatic potential due to an electric dipole. Okay, so here electric dipole is missing, so electric dipole. So here what we will do, we will assume we have a dipole of, supposed to be AB, we have a dipole, and minus Q and plus Q is the charge at point A and B, as you know that, and here we can say O is a midpoint from where we will calculate the electric potential at any point. So we will consider here, suppose P be any random point in which we will calculate the electrostatic potential due to this dipole. So here what we will do first of all, we know that the length of dipole, okay, you can represent by 2L, or if you want to show, you can show it by A. It is 2A, depends on you. So half of it means we can say here, as we know that AB is equals to 2A, so from the diagram we can say OA is equals to OB is equals to half of AB, which is equals to A. So this is the distance which is equals to A here, and this one also A here, means the distance of charges from its center in dipole. Now here what we will do, let us suppose R be a distance where the point P is placed from the center of electric dipole, and the angle between them is theta. Suppose the electric dipole making an angle theta with where, with the position vector. If you want to show it by position vector, you will use here R vector, and as you know that this is the electric dipole, so the direction of electric dipole moment is here P vector. So theta be the angle between the P vector and R vector. Okay, so now here we will join the line AP and BP. AP and BP from the diagram, and you can easily see here, if it is theta, so it will be 180 minus theta. Got it? Now we will do the next part. R1 is here as a position vector having magnitude R, and similarly R1 for it having position vector R1 and with magnitude R1. Similarly we can write it by R2 also, and we have angle and the all things we have, we can easily find out the value of R1 and R2, because these values are very helpful for us when we want to calculate the electrostatic potential for this derivation. So let us start first about the electrostatic potential due to the charge plus q and due to charge minus q for a point P. After that we'll talk here about the next part which we are talking. Got it? So student, see here, first I will start from the diagram. You know, we have, let us consider we have an electric dipole of length AV equal to 2a from the diagram, and A is the half of its length and P is the point which is from r distance from its center. So I am writing directly, let, as from the diagram we can say, let P be any point at distance, or if you want to write position vector term, you can say position vector at distance small r from the center of an electric dipole at an angle, you can see there, theta, between the position vector, means the electric dipole moment, and r vector also, if you want to say. Got it? So at an angle theta, or you can say. Now from the diagram you can see here, angle BOP is equals to angle theta and angle AOP is equals to 180 minus theta. How it is? You know very well how we can write it by supplementary angle format. Now therefore we can say electrostatic potential at P due to plus Q charge. I am erasing this one, due to plus Q charge. This is a 2a. So it will be supposed to be here. I am considering the electrostatic potential due to this charge is supposed to be V1, and the electrostatic potential due to this minus Q charge at this point is V2. So here V1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught. Q is the magnitude of charge here plus Q with sign with the distance R1. Got it? Now student, similarly we will do for minus Q charge. Similarly for minus Q charge, I will write here V2 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught with minus Q over distance is R2 in front of you. So got it? This is your equation 1 supposed to be, and this is your equation 2. Now we will see here the total or net electric potential at point P due to this electric dipole. We will write, therefore the electric dipole, therefore net or total electric at P due to what? Due to this one electric dipole, due to an electric dipole. See what it comes. Tell me. So it is equals to, V is equals to V1 plus V2, and you know very well V1 is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught from this case Q over R1 plus 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught minus Q over R2 from the diagram you can see. Now if you will adjust the negative sign, you will get here finally negative here, and you can take common Q over 4 pi epsilon naught, and answer will be 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. Now the main task will come now. Now friend, after this we will start here finding the value of R1 and R2. So for it, you know the last result is 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught Q by R1, or you can write like this, 1 by R1 minus 1 by R2. So we will calculate now the value of 1 by R1 and 1 by R2. So for this you will use here cos rule. How we will use it? See first, after that I will apply. So see student, if we have supposed to be a triangle, A, B, C having side A, B and C also in small letter. So if suppose I want to calculate angle A, supposed to be here theta, or you can say alpha, beta, gamma. Alpha, beta and gamma are the formulas for it. So if we want to know about, or you can say in place of alpha, beta, gamma, ABC angle is fine. Angle A is here, B is here, C is here. If you want to know about cos angle A, question mark, cos angle B, question mark and cos CO, question mark. So what you will do? How will you get the answer? So you will use here cosine rule or cos rule. So this one is, you will use, see here how will use cos A. When you will use cos A, so then that time you will write this relation B square other two side, means adjacent sides sum of the square of adjacent side of this angle A, then difference of the opposite side, square of opposite side, and after that 2BC. Okay, so this is the value of cos A. And similarly cos B you will write in place of cos B A square C square minus B square over 2AC. Now after that cos C is equal to this one, B A square B square. Cos C is equal to A square plus B square minus C square over 2AB. Now remember these formula in your own style. So this is the formula which I am using here to calculate the value of R1 and R2 in simple way. Got it? So I am using the formula. So note it fast. Now see here. After that, student, see, I will use this formula to get the value of R1 and R2. So in triangle this one, by I am using this formula in triangle BOP. Triangle BOP I am writing here in triangle BOP. See here cos theta is equal to sum of the adjacent square of the adjacent side minus this R1 square over 2AR by cross multiplication of both side. A square R square minus R1 square is equal to 2AR cos theta. Got it? So R1 square is equal to A square plus R square minus 2AR cos theta. So this is our equation 4, from where we are calculating the value of R1 square. Now if you want to find direct value R1, so you can use one more step. R1 is equal to A square plus R square minus 2AR cos theta raised to the power half. Now you can take common R from this, R taking as a common, so it will come first 1 plus A square by R square minus 2A R upon R square cancel out, 2A cos theta by R will come in half. And student, as you know that A is much smaller than R comparative to R, so we can say A square by R square is equal to 0. We will neglect this value. So R1 is equals to R1 minus 2A cos theta by R raised to the power half. This is the value of R1. Now we need to find the value of 1 by R1. So reciprocal this value 1 by R1, 1 by R of this whole value 2A cos theta by R raised to the power half. Now after that you will get the value 1 by R. Okay, just wait. So 1 by R will come here and this will go up in numerator format. So it will make the value having power minus half. Now you will use binomial expansion for it and you will get 1 over R, 1 by 2 will multiply here, minus minus plus, 2 to 2 cancel. So it will give you A cos theta by R value by solution. Got it? So this is the value of 1 by R1. which is equals to 1 by r 1 plus a cos theta by r. So this is the value of 1 by r1. Similarly, we will calculate the value of 1 by r2. So see here, as you know that same for this triangle AOP, in triangle AOP you will use cos theta. In place of theta now we have angle 180 minus theta. So cos 180 minus theta is equal to a square plus r square minus r2 square. Same format, a square r square minus r2 square over 2ar. After that, as you know that cos 180 minus theta is equals to minus cos theta. It is equals to a square r square minus r2 square over 2ar. By cross multiplication you will get a square plus r square minus r2 square is equals to 2ar cos theta with this negative sign. Now you can get the value of r2 by adjusting these two interchanging. So r2 square is equals to a square r square plus 2ar cos theta. So this is your value of equation number 5 you can say. Otherwise you will get the value of 1 by r2. Similarly, as we have done here, 1 by r2 you can write 1 by r 1 plus 2a cos theta by r raised to the power minus half, as we have done here this value. So there we will write like this. So student, after that you will get the value 1 by r2 1 by r by using binomial expansion 1 minus a cos theta by r. This is your equation number supposed to be 6 and this one is 5. This is the value of 1 by r2 and this one is the value of 1 by r1. Got it? So note this point. Okay, visibility is clear. So this point is clear. So we will get here the value of 1 by r2 and 1 by r1. So see what will come in next. So pause the video and note down. So after using the cos formula, we will write here the last formula which I have. V is equals to 1 over. Now see, come from the equation this. Therefore from equation third, we will write V is equals to Q over 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by R1. It is equals to this value 1 by R of 1 plus a cos theta by R minus 1 by R of 1 minus a cos theta by R. Got it? Now you can take a common R from both and the result will be 1 plus a cos theta by R minus 1 plus a cos theta by R. Got it? This and this cancel out. So Q over 4 pi epsilon naught of R, a cos theta twice of a cos theta by R. Now you can solve the value 2aq cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught R into R, it will be R square equal to V. So final will be, as you know that since electric dipole moment P is equals to 2qa or Q into 2a, as you want, Q into 2a, here 2a is the length of dipole, electric dipole, and Q is the charge. So Q into 2a, it is equals to P. Got it? So 2aq from conditioner, we can write condition, we can write like this, V is equals to P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught of R square. So this is the value of your electrostatic potential at any point due to an electric dipole. After that we will discuss about this result in which we have calculated the electric potential due to an electric dipole. Okay, so for that pause the video and note down. Okay student, so our last result is V is equals to P cos theta 4 pi epsilon naught of r square. ओके, तो ये तो रिजल्ट हमारे पास क्या था, इसका V का रिजल्ट था. नाउ इफ यू वांट टू नो अबाउट द वैल्यू ऑफ P cos थीटा, तो बच्चों देखें P cos थीटा की वैल्यू हाउ यू विल कैलकुलेट. लिसन, बाय डॉट प्रोडक्ट A dot B, you know that AB cos theta. Okay, so what is the meaning of P cos theta here? P cos theta क्या होगा? As we know that r vector is the distance, so it is noted by r, and we know that the unit normal vector for it can be represented by r cap. So this P cos theta is the dot product of P vector and r cap, means unit vector, position unit vector, or you can say unit vector for position vector. Okay, so see what comes after solution of this. P dot r cap means magnitude of P, magnitude of r, and the angle between them. As we know that theta is the angle between them. Okay, so the value of direction of r unit vector is normal to it, means as the direction from O to P, you can say. So here, as you know that P vector, modulus of P vector is P, and mod of any unit vector is equals to 1, and cos theta is here, so it gives you P cos theta. So P cos theta is the dot product of P and unit normal vector r cap. Got it? So this is the representation of P cos theta in our next step. So in next step we will write P cos theta as the dot product of P dot r cap. So therefore our formula V is equals to P dot product of P vector r cap 4 pi epsilon naught of r square. This is one more formula of electrostatic potential due to an electric dipole in vector scalar form. Got it? Means dot product form. Now after that I will write here some special cases. Some special cases I will write. First case which we are talking in front of you. Since we know that the formula of electrostatic potential due to an electric dipole is equals to P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught of r square. Now students, see, if the dipole, if the point is in axial line, or you can say axis plane, then what will be the angle theta? That time in axial line you know that theta is equals to 0 degree in a stable equilibrium, and theta may be is equals to pi in unstable equilibrium. In both of the condition the direction is axial. So here you will see in this condition when you will theta is equal to 0 degree, then cos 0 degree is equals to 1, and in this condition cos pi is equals to minus 1. So when you will substitute here 1, positive 1, it will give you the result V is equals to P over 4 pi epsilon naught of r square with positive sign, and when you will substitute the negative sign here you will get the negative value. So it means that the value of electrostatic potential in this condition in axial line or axial plane, if the point P in axial plane, then the electrostatic potential due to an electric dipole on that point V is equals to plus minus P over 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Got it? Now if we are talking here about the next one, second, if theta is equals to pi by 2, means point P is in equatorial line or plane, you can say. Okay, so in that time theta is equals to pi by 2, so cos pi by 2 is equals to 0. So we will write the value here. V is equals to P cos theta over 4 pi epsilon naught of r square. So cos theta is equals to 0. So it means that it will give you the value of V is equals to which is 0. So it means that in equatorial line or equatorial plane, the electrostatic potential is 0 due to an electric dipole, and in axial it is equals to this value. Got it, student? So these are the some special cases, and after that I will discuss with you about some important points regarding this formula. First point is that, listen, the formula V is equals to P cos theta by 4 pi epsilon naught of r square. Now see first result, when you will see the dependency of electrostatic potential in this condition, and one more formula you know very well, due to a point charge 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught q by r. Got it? So here the dependency, as if the charge is fixed here, so the dependency of V is only on of R. Now here V electrostatic potential neither only not depend on R, it is dependent also on P electric dipole and also the angle between the electric dipole moment P and the position vector R. Here we can say, here V depends only R, it depends also on P and angle theta between vector P and R vector. Got it? So this one is the first case, and second we can say here, second point, electrostatic potential due to dipole does not vary as R. It means V is proportional to R square there, inversely proportional to. Got it? Does not vary to R means in first case V is inversely proportional to R, as we can add as due to point charge, as due to point charge. V is inversely proportional to R. Okay, it is inversely proportional to R square. It means V is inversely proportional to R square. Got it, स्टूडेंट? तो यहाँ से हमें 2 पॉइंट कौन से मिले? देखिए, जो हमने यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल कैलकुलेट किया ड्यू टू एन इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल, उससे हमें ये पता चल रहा है कि इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल के थ्रू जो हमें इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल मिल रहा है, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट, एक P की वैल्यू पे डिपेंड कर रहा है ना, सिर्फ R की वैल्यू पे। जैसे यहाँ ये सिर्फ इस पे डिपेंड करता था, ये फिक्स रहता था, ये कांस्टेंट है, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे आपके पास क्या है, ये इस पे भी डिपेंड कर रहा है इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मूवमेंट पे, और इन दोनों के बिटवीन जो एंगल था आपके पास इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल मूवमेंट और R वेक्टर के बिटवीन, और यू कैन से R कैप के बिटवीन, तो उस एंगल के ऊपर डिपेंड कर रहा है। जितना एंगल वह चेंज होगा उतना यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल में चेंज आ जाएगा, और दूसरा यहाँ पे डिस्टेंस में। गॉट इट? दूसरा आपके पास क्या बताया था यहाँ पे कि इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक पोटेंशियल ड्यू टू एन इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल वेरीज इनवर्सली स्क्वायर ऑफ द डिस्टेंस, इनवर्सली स्क्वायर ऑफ द डिस्टेंस, ये डिक्रीज होगा स्क्वायर ऑफ द डिस्टेंस के अकॉर्डिंग, नॉट फॉर वेरीज इनवर्सली ऑफ द डिस्टेंस। गॉट इट? सो दीज आर सम basic points about this derivation. So in this video we have discussed about only on this derivation, so the next video we will talk about the electrostatic equipotential surface, not electrostatic, equipotential surfaces, and about some cases of equipotential surfaces in which we will do one relation between the electric field and the potential gradient, and after that, before the relation, we will discuss here about what is the meaning of potential gradient. So this topic we will discuss in our upcoming Google Meet or YouTube video. Okay, so for that, pause the video and note down, and remember the all things in your mind, how we will calculate, and practice this derivation at your home. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, student. Have a nice day.